Hey people, I'm gonna just begin. Right. Right. I think I can see and hear everything. Still not sure about the Discord chat because everything went blank for me. But I think it's fine. I'm gonna just start. As I said, anybody who wants to join, I'm gonna invite as well. I'm not sure if I'm gonna show the title flyaway, probably not, because it is a playable level later. It is a rare case when a builder actually bothered to include the title level in the plot. One of the most important things in good levels, which is foreshadowing. Welcome everyone. Right. So basically the plot is we fell into a hole. And Lara is exploring the hole. I will deliberately skip all the secrets. I should even have a... I should even have a push block skip, but those are not my save games. So probably I'm playing from a wrong folder, but it doesn't matter. So that's even more mystery. We don't know which save games we have. And I don't know if this is the Exile modified or not. Because initially I planned to make it a little bit easier, to make it smoother on the stream. Because unfortunately the enemies are vanilla and they occupy the standard slots from tier 4, therefore they are all tanky. Patching this level in Trap, which is the first patcher we got in history of TRLE, is sometimes the only way to play it without crashing. Because it was really a level touching the limits already. Eric has told me in an interview I made with him like ages ago that it was supposed to be much better and much bigger, but basically everywhere you went you were exceeding the draw distance limits and the thing was crashing all the time. That is why there are many cameras in this level. And that area we saw in the beginning, it was only for a cutscene. We will not get there because it was past the capacity of the editor back then. The full interview with Eric is accessible on TRLE.net. Unfortunately, this is a level where you... Yes. So let's find out if this is the correct exit or not. Yes, it is! 3 shots and the enemy falls. Good, good, good. So I will also skip all the pickups which are not necessary, all the shotgun shells, everything. What is remarkable about Eric's levels is how everything is connected. Basically, every corridor is touching another, and every place is accessible sometime in the level. Back then, staying small was quite wise because the editor could only draw like 3 rooms in every direction without crashing. And Eric has a very unique way of lighting things. It is not like super realistic, but you don't feel anything is flat. Like the gradient of lighting, the fall-off, touches every sector. And we have this dude. Back then people read readmes. It is written in this readme that you shouldn't kill this guy. Otherwise you get stuck in the very beginning of the level and you beat the game. Which is otherwise a masterpiece. I mean, it's a masterpiece anyway. Because... yeah, back then the community was much smaller and some things were common knowledge. It was very recently, relatively recently, when it expanded. And all of a sudden, people don't know things. That is that gate which closed. Not this one. The other side. Yeah, so you can see that this entire corridor is already the limit of classic engine. 18 sectors, 20. And the ziggurat we saw in the beginning is like there in the background. So we are not getting there. Back then I was waiting for it all the time. When it happens, it couldn't. So yeah, Eric told me that he would like to revise things. He would like to finish the Book of Kells, which was his accurate flagship project, but it was like not released on any site. This is as good as we got from Eric because he was pretty busy. Still, in the classic age, he managed to win multiple Back to Basics competitions. Plot twist, his Septentrion level from Back to Basics 2013, 14? 14, I think. Which one was that? I don't remember because some packages were finished in different years than the competition was meant to be hosted. For instance, Persia was supposed to be 15, it was 16. Space was supposed to be 2017, it was delayed to 2018. So, in fact, there is no Back to Basics something. You cannot count editions like year by year. It is like fake numbers after 2012, roughly. This is that iconic room Agent XP has in her ending screen. What do we begin with? The plot unfolds and we need a crowbar, I think, in the first order. Yeah, everything is closed. You can see in every direction, you can see and feel all the connections, but the level still stays gated. It makes this illusion of open world in a closed world. And then you open it anyway. You Smith. And hello everybody else. I got carried away. That was timed. The crowbar was Excalibur, right? Yes, that's a modified Excalibur. Back then, people were heavily inspired by Legend. But the font is from Tomb Raider 2. With anti-aliasing because it's Tomb Raider 4. Do we have scroll roll? No, I didn't add it. Okay. And now, also, common knowledge back then that the crowbar doors say no. If you don't have the crowbar. You can pull up, but Eric still gives you a ladder as a hint. All those things, they don't have to exist in a level. They do here. And I feel like if we come here, it's going to be too early. But we need to do this twice anyway, because the level is quite small, and I think the builder did not really think about any optimal route through it. Old swing poles. They could be swung in every direction. So, for instance, Titak made extra handles for them. So in Himalayan Mysteries, you can only swing them forwards and backwards. And you can only grab them in the middle because that was the limitation back then. That was actually a zipline slot, which was also a swing pole and also a tightrope. You had only one slot for all three objects. Also the engine limitation. You couldn't have all three in one level. You couldn't even have two of three in one level. Now with TRNG, Tomb Engine and all the modern capacity, you can have everything. Unfortunately. More levels ahead! Oh no. And this is the wrong room. Eric tended to find Easter eggs, not find. First he had to find them and then he put them in the level. For instance, that secret here, that medikit, is only accessible via glitch. Because he found a glitch, he was like, oh, something nice, so I'm gonna include it, right? At some point, there was an unwritten rule that we don't include any glitches. But back then, I don't think people actually could recognize what is glitch and what not. So any gimmick, any quirkiness was welcome, and people were like, oh, creative. Today it would be downrated like 3 or 4 points. For what comes next. If it's bad, then there is always the... Yes, yes, yes. Tomb Engine has the size of Minecraft possible. Which is also a big nope for me. I travel like 2 sectors in Minecraft, then I don't know what to do, what I'm doing. I don't know what to do. It actually doesn't change. Depending on the engine. Wait a second. I closed my donation page. Unfortunately, it also displays my stream now because it's pinned. I could also disable it, but I wouldn't say much. Right now, at least I have a second confirmation that the stream is actually working. Because I actually don't ever know if OBS is lying to me or not. Sometimes it shows online. It happened before that it was offline actually. I was streaming for a couple of hours and then I was like, oh, this is why nobody came in. I was not online. What did we get? COG. Circular operational gear. And we need to use it. Eric, I think he was also bored of people being stuck, and this puzzle is not even a puzzle because this door doesn't open until you have the piece. It's literally 1, 2, 3 sectors, and he still makes it linear because he was like, oh no, screw that, I don't want anybody else to be stuck here. People still were. I did. Get stuck in the third level. That was when I abandoned the game for the first time. Because I also had time back then for abandoning them. After that, I came back. Wait a second. Ah, this is why you do this room in the last order. But that's not a problem, because this pool is conveniently here. Hey, easy. That was probably your first walkthrough I watched. This level. The second age of Middle-earth. When Beleriand was still on the surface. A long time ago, in any case. And I pulled that jump switch, right? It opened either this or that or this. We have 3 different options. It's none of them. It's actually probably this one. Because this thing is actually probably the hardest thing to find in this level, because you have this pitchfork, which is like quite out of focus. Basically this goes to the lower part of the previous room we visited. It's only optimal to go there after the level is over, because that's where the passage to the second map is. This is screwed up. I don't know if this is even intended. That's what I saw in Laura's walkthrough, but I cannot believe that this is it. Probably not. Because normally it wouldn't be required. You need a setup for this, probably. So I guess this is not intended, but I was playing this like 5 times. And I didn't manage to what is going on? I cannot do this. Wait. I'm gonna get the chair a little bit higher because the hands are positioned a little bit different. It might matter already. A matter of millimeters. Oh! That could be... Now my donation is scrolled up! Ugh. Because I scrolled down to mute the stream. And the donation does not show on my page anyway. And it also doesn't show on my feed. Even though I set up everything as you said. I don't know. Oh, I see I kept the voice chat overlay. I was testing it and I didn't turn it off. Come in or it's wasted. And I think this was not meant to happen, but it's also in the walkthrough. Look. Because you can do this and you can do that. You cannot grab from the bottom if you like do the jump, right? She's not gonna grab one click crack like this. But downwards is not a problem. Boing! Overlay from Mixer Live since last night is screwed. And I deliberately bothered to get extra instructions for this. It took me 30 minutes from the time of... that's probably top secret. Later. Hey, Dad. Wait a second. You shouldn't save when you input any input. I picked up 2 of them. No, second one is still there. That is the highest jump. If you do this, if you have a fence like that, this is better than anything else. If there is a low ceiling, otherwise side flips one day, whatever. Here you don't grab. Only now, because otherwise she's gonna grab a monkey swing. Oh. They are metal! I always thought they are made of stone. I'm so used to picking them up, I never cared to actually see what they are made of. This is also not intended, but I'm taking a shortcut. You have this. Another limitation of TR4 and any with monkey swings. You will not be able to go forward like this. No. But diagonal, no problem. But the walkthrough has it sideways, by the way. You can do like also it works. Every that's the weirdest bug of this engine. Every direction works except from forwards. How do you generate a bug like this? I have no idea. This engine has the weirdest ones. Flyby. What do I have here? Oh, my coffee is cold already. Black Sumerian latte. But from the afternoon already because I'm late. Actually, no! We began like 11... Oh, it still was Sumerian morning. Hey, repairman. Plop. I actually learned how to play the entire thing in 1 hour 20. I'm getting colossally distracted, so... But I also didn't want to play too fast because this level is beautiful. And literally the time you spend here is never wasted. Like, everywhere you look is something pretty. And we pushed 2 cogs here, another cog there. We need number 4 and 5 somewhere. Oh, I know. There's another crowbar door. Which probably should be done in the last order. Because it is up there and... Ah, no. No. It's all linear. When you start to... He made it in such a way when you start to think, it gets worse. Because you start to think how to crack the puzzle. There's no puzzle! You just go forward. And it's truly... whatever, wherever. There's no mistake. And if you make a mistake, you only backtrack for like 3 meters because of the optimal size of this map. Another limitation of the engine, I think it's gonna be the main topic today. You can only open that other crowbar door from here. So I cannot use the other corridor to go back because it's gonna be a dead end. You need to make it alive from the other side. Look how safe it is done. There is a sandbag underwater. It's in front of your eyes. But he still does this. He still gives you a floor. And if you miss the floor, he still gives you that. So you have like triple hint for the same thing. And I didn't go for it. Because I was showing the hints. There you go. Oh. This is what I'm missing in Tomb Engine. You don't have to time those things. And there's a griffin. They open a door. It's a griffin door. Another knowledge which was quite common back then. Big flames and heavy triggers. If you walk too fast, too far, still have a chance, because there is extended collision. But of course you can burn here, right? However, to play it safe you can do it like this. Oh, and you release everything and she stands on the edge. And any heavy trigger is gonna get deactivated. It's an element puzzle. It's usually pretty hardcore that you have this mastaba puzzle made of water, sand and whatever. Yeah, it also responds to a trigger like that. You can do it simple. It's only when you have multiple elements. You have like bit 1, bit 2, bit 3 dedicated code bits for separate items. Yeah, that was one of the houses. Like, there were 4 houses and this has 4 levels. Coincidence? I don't think so. One thing I dislike the most about this map is this. The slope direction is also hard-coded. Even if the slopes are like identically positioned, like even if there's like a perfect diagonal, then east-west you can slide, north-south you cannot. And the compass directions are messed up in the editor, so you never know which is which. One of the most important things of Tomb Editor is that you have those directions, slide directions, displayed on the map. Not always, because they would disturb, but you can turn them on. And we got another cog. Is it the last one? Probably not, because I'm oh yes, there's another. So there are 5. There are actually 5 cogs. But 2 of them are needed for one part. And yeah, there's a secret up there, which we probably don't need. Did I pull that jump switch? Ah, no, I did! Ah, yes, that was what I was talking about. You need to be here twice, but then I started to talk about trap swing poles, and I forgot the game. There is a switch. It's also in front of your eyes, but you need to use the look key. Sometimes it helps. In this level, you don't have to. You will be stuck for like 2 minutes longer. Advanced knowledge again. You don't have to do this. If she rolls, she gets lower. And that's it. She can always shimmy when there is a slope touching the floor. But again, good builder gives you a ladder hint. So if you don't know, you don't have to know it. Oh. And that opens the last one. Yeah, it's probably optimal to do that switch first, then do the other things. Never a wasted time. Yeah, everywhere you look, something extra. You could... the only bad thing about ammo is they look like explosives. He didn't know, and none of them explodes. Oh, this one you have to time. You could do this, but you could also do that. Which actually makes it harder, I think. That's the problem with swinging switches. The frequency of Lara jumping is very similar to the switch. So, it's not gonna work. You need to stop. And then it's still not going to work. Hitbox is... I'm gonna do this the normal way. I could have a shotgun, but the shotgun is for different things. Hey, wait a second. There's a monkey swing, right? There's a monkey swing here. Was this the intended way? No, but there is something weird. She still acts like she tries to grab it. Maybe it's a bridge object. Ah, if this is a bridge object, then it would explain the extended collision and why it's so hard to hit this switch. But I think it is row geometry and something shifted on the hitbox. What did I... Nothing, because now we opened this. I need to deliberately pay attention to not reveal the secret, right? Secrets of Babylon, like Agent made later. It was inspired by this, also. There is a griffin bull here as a Sumerian face. Huh. I remember those textures being messed up on his face, but maybe it was on the derivative objects. Maybe this is original and the imported into next levels was bad. Next room down there, also no reason for it, except for being pretty. I don't know how this thing is not getting buggy here, because it does not tolerate any floor except from perfect flat and without triangles. I think it is the best to just stand here and wait for it. If you start to run around, it gets like in Home Sweet Home and it stops responding. Ah, maybe I could go here if it doesn't disorient me. Ah, okay. Everything is perfect rectangular angles here, so the bull can fix itself. The builder also knew about that. That's probably what takes the slowest of this entire level. In one of my playthroughs, I actually managed to skip the second button. I don't know what triggered the row, but I only needed one button. Oh, don't. I could just stop swinging. I could super swing. Ah, this didn't work. I held it for still tries to butthead me, what? I held it for too long. But you don't need a super swing, there is still a ladder. So yeah, the builder thinks about everything. You never have to struggle here. Literally never. The only times when he wants you to struggle is when there is a riddle, an actual puzzle. Right. Well done. Also trigger limitations. Probably every part of this game is littered with triggers, or maybe just the boulder room. That's times you controlled things which were timed by boulders, because boulders can trigger things. And when they roll, and they can roll on different slopes, different steepness, you can control the timing. Now we have the organizer command, which has frame precision. So, for instance, oh no, this is not what I was meant to do. For instance, when you do subtitles for cutscenes, you can throw the audio files into audio editor, set it to 30 FPS, and you have perfectly synchronized subtitles. Otherwise, doing it blindly is impossible. It always gets off. LE. If this was my level, the bull would be a ghost and it would be untriggered already. Also, it's very, very memory intensive. Maybe just the bull itself causes a limitation here. I mean, it doesn't cause the limitation, so basic. You put 5 of them in a level and they start to disappear. The limit is different for every enemy. For instance, you can put many scorpions, but only several of these. So yeah, he is problematic. It's probably the buggiest enemy. I didn't see the flyby this time, but I think the entire thing is done. Yes! And this gives you a shortcut to the pretty room. Prettier. Inverted keyhole was in the resource packs back then. You have many levels which have this upside down keyhole. It's not from Mariadoria, no. So there was something else inverted, and then the thing was taken from that project and cloned into other levels, probably. Probably that's the... I mean, it happens most of the times. Didn't have to happen, but it's like almost always like that. When you have a bug of an object, it gets cloned from one level to another because the builders don't know how to fix it. For instance, you have that viral error with rolling in the air. You have those levels when you try to roll and she does not roll, she just falls to the same spot. I don't remember. Spike. Yeah, no bad choices. Except cannot break any vase in this level. And it's not written anywhere, so we'll keep trying. He first lets you through the location. You go from start to finish to get familiar with the layout. The riddle is very classic, as if how to open this door? The answer is you don't. You jump over it. So is it a real door? Because in this engine you wouldn't be able to jump over such. There is a cuboid all the way to the top. Oh. I made those enemies the way they should be. Otherwise you would need to blast it all the time. Crescent moon, and new moon. You need a sequence. And there is a wrong solution. But it also gives you a plot twist, because if you try to stand on both faces together, you get spiked. I don't know really why it is like that. Maybe just for a twist. It does look different, so it gives you a warning. You can swim. You can jump. Somehow when I jump, the... Oh! Yes, pedestal back. Need to dive. Wait a bit. Now she gets out. It's in the Roman sewer in Chronicles, for instance. If you get the valve too early, she doesn't grab anymore. We don't climb yet. No. We are not going to hear it in this level. Oh, now it thinks like, oh, maybe I need to ignore this. No. You pull this. Then pull that again, because there are multiple doors here and you need to go back and do this. Gave you camera once, then it does not anymore. This jump is easy, but it's very easy to also get stopped by this plant. Just shifts you to the right and you fall. Like Babylon. I'm not gonna... Ooh! I rolled and saved it. Not gonna tell you if it falls or not, because we are not gonna get to the final level. As I said, I'm not going to... rush this. Alter the pitch of those things. Guns also. But he did it in such marginal way that it doesn't hurt your ears. That's it. That's the solution. We don't open this door. I had to flip this. Oh! I always thought it's a door, but no, it's a flip map. We need to trash this. This is like in the trenches, but it is actually more visible. I never remember which one. I sometimes trash the left one, but it's the right one you need to... It's the same object, actually. Re-imported from Citadel. The goal is actually a meme, because 269 is the length of Titanic. We started at 12 AM also, or is it PM? I don't know! I never know if it's PM or AM. Oh. You can turn with all the switches. It was fixed in TRNG, one of those fixes I don't like. Taco. That's actually a signature of Eric. In his Septentrial level, in Back to Basics, he did this also. So, if there was a builder guess competition, and there was, then people could get a hint from him that it's him. Left, right. Too many options. Ah, in this place. Somehow he managed to make them static. I don't really know how, but Titak did the same in That camera doesn't help. Underworld Unfinished Business, yeah. sure if you even have to sprint here. Don't step on those burners because they kill you. Left, right, this way. And with grabbing it's already broken, I think. So I'm gonna reload. It's actually the grill floor which opens the next one. Wah! Too many steps. You don't have to sprint here, I think. You just need to go forward, not through the middle of the room. So it's easy to get tricked here, and you just go through the middle because you see this tile. It's not this tile, it's only what starts the riddle. The corners are a sequence. Ah, yes. This swing pole is weird. Best to like... Oh. Use this fence. Also, I'm not sure if this is intended. It feels like you're supposed to shimmy here, but it's never possible. So probably a banana like this. Does it even have to be a banana? Maybe I can do it forwards. Maybe it's not even. But I need to time this. Oh yes, it's okay. I thought you have to banana. No, not necessary. Basic moves. Thank you for keeping track on the donations. I would be lost like 7 times already. This has no roll, but even if we had it, it... Ah, no, it could help actually. You could do this. Yeah. You don't go into lava directly. This pit is still deadly. I could probably add a bridge here, so it's not that bad on the way out. Especially that there is already a flip map here because you have stairs, just like in Cleopatra. It changes the room geometry. So you could have a bridge also. You could have a solid surface. Speaking of non-solid ones. Oh, here camera shows you some magic. You do that. You need to keep track on those blocks. You don't have to even grab if you do it correctly. There is almost always a fast option and a safe option. That is the way. However, could we use this? Ah, you cannot. You cannot because you will not be able to reach that. Okay. You don't need to know the walk jump because you can also do this, the curve one. Do I remember this? No. Probably that. Ah, a little bit too early. Ah. But it has a lot of margin. Even if you press all those unnecessary buttons, you will make it. People usually... Oh wait. People usually press too many. Now we're trapped. For now. That was some Sumerian deity also. And Kido. Or maybe. Oh. I forgot this music was that good. I played it without speakers. Because I was listening to other things. Ah, yes, you get the trapdoor. But not yet. First you need to go through. Heh. I don't remember. Oh. Ah, too early. You can do Doria if you stay for a moment. Ah, but there is like half a second of window when you have to do this. Maybe it's even possible without those platforms. And also doesn't let you through again. Because could probably soft lock. Very rare. Very rare that a builder thinks about everything like that. But very, very considering. Back then I thought this arena is huge. But I was smaller. Need to make a pit for the skeleton. Ow! Ow! Oh wait, there's another lion. That was the lion we saw through the window. There's a twist here. We could even probably ignore them. But I don't think we have enough. Stop it! We don't have enough medikits for this. They usually behave. One of them has a problem going to the other pit. I don't know how it is exactly done here. I always had an issue. Ooh, maybe it's the exile modified. Maybe it increases some memory responsible for this. I mean, they're not meant to be smart here. Would be better if I ignored them. 12-minute warning. Okay. We're right back to you, right? This is the twist. You push this. I'll do this again. How many shells do I have? Ah. 0. That explains it. I've used... We have 0 shells, you cannot use the shotgun. I could just lure him back. That's a second scenario. This is why this arena is here, actually. Because you can go to the end and just gain those several seconds. That's the real usage of it. In fact, you could skip like almost every enemy in this level set, I think. Sword of Crowbar. Why 12-minute warning, not 10? I never saw such warning. I'm gonna have bruises after this. This opens the way to the time switch. Actually, if you use that other door, it might be even faster. I didn't measure it. That's where we came from, and we are going here. The palms are slightly retextured. I think it's not tinting. I think it's retexturing. I don't know. Odd number. But that's even. That's not even odd. Huh? What opened? I didn't open anything. Textbook usage of camera sequence. Gonna show you why. I never asked him where he got the main theme. There's a little Easter egg in Train to Nowhere. If you don't pick up the medikit and you break the machinery, medikit falls off the pedestal and there is a writing on the bottom, medikit is fallen. That's it. The camera actually displays a hint that the thing is timed. It even gives you the route. I could have picked up one more shell pack. Yeah, you can go there. But I think this might be faster. I don't know what the walkthrough has. Do we have a slope? Oh, no we don't! I wanted to jump through, but no. That's about rolling through the steps I was talking about in the feed stream. But look at this. Geometry is actually friendly. This also has a dual purpose. Notice how much margin we had still. I was going suboptimally and it's like 2-3 seconds. No sharp curves. A lot of options. There's not one way to do this run. So you can mess up. But you don't have to. No, nobody has to mess up. Everybody has the right to mess up. I grant it. You pull the switch from... That's some serious crap. I think serious sub was already a thing, but yes, it was for 4 years, I think. There was serious edit. Why don't we have serious sum textures in the assets? They were... Yeah, like there is serious editor. So you can use serious textures in serious editor, but why not here? Notice another good thing. You had to stand here and see the slot, so you know where the gem goes. Showing the goal before sending you away for a journey instead of doing the opposite, which usually is very confusing, depending on the size of the level. Why do I switch to Polish suddenly? Of course I wanted to say. And as always with symmetry, I don't know. Oh! A good moment to stop the stream. Because... There's a push block here. Yeah, spikes also. Very clever push block because the room also flips. First there is a trigger here. And then it flips and gives you another trigger in the same spot. But you are still only in this one room, so again, you don't get stuck for ages. You always limit, you always gives it bit by bit. Unfolding. You never lose the sense of open space. That is anniversary. Hmm? Yeah. That was also a timer. But again, we had so much margin, we didn't even see the closing of the door. This used to be my least favorite room in this level because I never knew what to do. I mean, you know what to do here. It's a platformer, but the order... That's one psychological application here, because at some point you need to wait. If you try to do it fast, you fail. There is a... Oh? I didn't load this. The game doesn't want me to play anymore. Best thing is those Modified enemies I made. Trap was in use for so many years. People still don't bother. People still make defaults. That ball drops a rope. So it's not a skip if you use the shotgun. Because yes, you can target. Even advanced builders don't know about it. You have skips. For instance, in Clara's Holy Sepulchre, Jerusalem project. You have a skip. You have a case on the ceiling. You want to find a revolver that you can do it with a shotgun. It doesn't skip much. Here, it doesn't skip almost anything because you still need the rope. Eh? Oh, broken ladders, right? Or am I too far? Oh, not broken ladder. Okay. I was too low. I didn't think of it because, yeah, because of the slope. I thought she's not gonna make it. Oh no, it's close. So now it goes sideways. Yo, look at... This room has several skips. At least 2 of them. So I'm gonna show you the skip. This is the meanest trap of the entire level. Because if you do it forward, you fail. You need to kinda rotate a little bit. Oops. It shouldn't work. It does. So yeah, you would be able to drop this... Wait a second. I will not be able to jump if I don't shoot this ball, right? Or is it possible also? Oh yes. Okay. So the rope is not even needed. However, it is the rope which makes it easier. You wouldn't think of that, probably. Because they are usually a problem. There is a fire trigger below the ladder. It gets set on fire when you are in the corner. But the rope allows you to do a super swing and go over the fire trigger. We can burn and we can go. Was the swing pool here? I didn't see it before. Or was it blending with... Ah, that's a flare. Was it blending with the... Yeah, now it's the opposite. If you turn, you fail. If you go forward, you should be okay, but the problem with old swing pools is they have multiple elevations. So in another step forward, she grabs higher. It's out of whack, but it's correct. Yeah, old engine. It was the golden age, but it's not like it didn't have issues. It had a lot of issues. It was made of issues. There. That is the place where you need to wait. Yes, I'm gonna raid. I'm gonna show you this ball. 2 balls. What? And I'm gonna go. Right. And you have to jump either left or right. I don't remember. Wait. Left. Right. Yeah. If you don't figure this out, you can try it like 50,000 times. It's not gonna work. Who next? Let me show. Let me see the page. Show it to myself. Thank you for every donation, not only to this stream, but to every on the list, all the way forward. We're ending at 11:40. Okay, but that's not gonna tell you anything because the schedule is actually local. So before I raid, I can oh, that. Yes, and now we get Lily again. Yes, we always raid to Lily, right? Okay. Really? Why do I type it instead of copying pasting? Jericho. Another very old town. All the nodes. I need to be back at some point. But today probably I will not stream. I will just let it run. I will not have time anyway, but that is something for later. See you people!